Hi everyone, this is kilzhot from 99 Gaming. This is The Walking Dead and Random Things, episode number 26. So, what a way to get our week underway, and wow, just want to say, I just got to start this out because it's going to be random things, but your heart has to go out to Gordon Hayward. First game of the season, Boston Celtics, and his left leg just looks absolutely wrecked, so who knows what's going to happen, what the long-term extent is. So I know that's not the positive note that we want to start out. Everybody's excited, basketball season's underway, and this will be something we'll probably definitely talk about on the 99 Sports channel. So thanks to everyone for showing up. We have got some random topics. We're going to be all over the place tonight, and I know you guys like to scroll around, so you're looking near the bottom. Yes, we are going to continue the 80s showdown until we get a clear-cut winner, so we'll talk about that in just 1 minute. I appreciate everybody being here. We got a lot of things going on this week. We've got, these are the last few days that are counting down to the Walking Dead season premiere, so we will have Wednesday walkers tomorrow night. Be ready for that. We're going to talk spoilers a little bit more, and of course on Sunday we're going to have our Walking Dead pregame party, so we got that going on. Also some gaming going on all throughout the week. I'm sort of making my re-entrance into Walking Dead Road to Survival. You guys know how the channel rolls. I mean, we just got such a great group of people and such a interesting slate of topics, anywhere from gaming to TV shows to spoilers to my favorite, actually, of all the things that we do, Random Things is just something I look forward to because I'm kind of a random person, so it fits the bill, right? So I see a few people popping in, and if you guys just real quick, I do want to give a special shout out to all my moderators. I seem to forget them every week when we're doing the shout outs at the end, and this is kind of the way this thing works. This is podcast, talk radio, so you are going to make this video. You're all a part of the inclusion of this, and as we go through a topic, I'm going to kind of talk about a topic, and I'm going to stop, and I'm going to read your comments, your chat. So if you don't want anything included in the video, don't type it. And also, once this video goes live, make sure you guys get over there and leave your comments there as well. And here we go. So the first topic I want to talk about, some of these are just some random research things, is Happy Town. So there's a lot of towns out there, and I've visited all over the place. Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, Texas, California, New York, Maryland. You know, it's all over, right? But there's a list that's out there of the top 10 towns in the United States where people are the happiest and different reasons. So probably not a surprise that one state has most of the happy towns out there. You know, I'll tell you that you go to a place like Charlotte and people seem pretty upbeat. Like in Charlotte, you go to Florida, Orlando, pretty laid back, a lot of vacations going on, but they're not on the list. So we are going to go through a few things, and then I'm going to ask you guys what you think is the #1 city. So we'll start. Number 10, a little bit of a surprise here. Number 10, happiest cities in the United States is Washington, D.C. This was a little mind-blowing, and you guys know I'm on the outskirts of Washington, D.C., so that is a little bit of surprise because there's traffic, there's rude people. I wouldn't think that would be number 10 on the happiest, but it is. It did make the list. So moving forward, number 9, Santa Rosa, California. So the reason Santa Rosa made the top 10 is because of job satisfaction. So job satisfaction is the #1 reason why people go to Santa Rosa. So number 8 was another little bit of surprise, is Oaktown, Oakland, California. And part of the reason here they listed is because there's low heart disease. You know what? I'm going with it. Number 7. The only surprise in this was it was not a little bit higher. San Diego, California. One of the reasons is because evidently the people are very physically fit in San Diego. I did visit San Diego. I was a little disappointed. I know some of you live there and some of you guys have been out there. But when I went to visit there, it was supposed to be really, really nice, and it was a little cold. And this was when it should have been warm. Huntington Beach, California is number 6. The low obesity rate is the #1 reason why they're happy there. Sioux Falls, South Dakota is number 5. The reason is because they have the best sleep habits in Sioux Falls. I guess there's really nothing else to do in South Dakota except sleep, so that is a good thing. Number 4, San Francisco, California. So San Francisco is because of the income in San Francisco. Number 3, Irvine, California has a low divorce rate. Number 2, San Jose, California is the environment. And the #1 happiest town in the United States. It's Fremont, California. The weather is supposed to be near perfect weather in Fremont. So any snubs there? Any place that you think, I see Timothy Young is saying Colorado Springs. Any other snubs that you guys see with the list that you thought should have been? Some people say they would love South Dakota. You know what? I can't really judge it because I haven't been there. But yeah, I don't have a comment for South Dakota. I'm thinking like, maybe go to Mount Rushmore and other things. I'm sure there's some hunting, some trout fishing, some things. Let me get a couple of your cities that are out there that you think should have been on the list of happiest cities. Walter White wants to know about Game of Thrones. Hold tight. P. Diddy, Mississippi would be a state. But would you like to pick a city there? Easy Man says New York without the drugs. I would think if Washington, D.C. would have made the list, New York should have made the list. I mean, I just think people in New York are happier than people in Washington, D.C. Macon, Georgia. There you go, Zane. Steph says, any place that has tequila. How about Tijuana? You know what? I guess if we made Tijuana... is there Tijuana, California? I'm going to have to look that. I know there's Tijuana, Mexico, so I'm not completely stupid. But isn't there, right at the border, isn't there Tijuana, California? I don't know. I'm guessing because... Yeah, somebody look that up. Let's get a fact checker up there really quick. If there is, Steph, you should just hit it up. Timmy's like, Mount Rushmore's a lie. It doesn't exist. Well, I've physically never been there, so I can neither confirm nor deny there is the existence of Mount Rushmore. I'm waiting for my fact checkers to come back and let me know if that is actually a real place or it's just in my imagination. Let's see. Well, yes, your whole country was snubbed because, Canada is not a city in the United States. Tommy, I'm going to say, I don't hate Philly, but I will tell you, I don't think Philly is one of the happiest places to live. And I don't know if I told you the story where I was going to Atlantic City and I meant to, maybe it's the Atlantic City Expressway or something that I meant to take and I missed the exit. Or New Jersey Turnpike or something. Anyway, I go over this bridge, and next thing I know, I was like, where am I? And literally, you're on a highway, and you go over this bridge, and you're in Philadelphia. And I had to make a U-turn. Now, there are some really, really nice parts of Philadelphia, don't get me wrong, but the place that I was at was not one of those. It literally looked like a scene from Rocky, where they're heating up and got the gloves out. So I wasn't... I'm not going to say I thought I was going to get in a boxing match, but it was a little uncomfortable. I felt like a Southerner in Philadelphia, that they were not accepting to me, and they weren't very happy. So how about that? Just saying. But other than that, I love it. Yeah, it's my casino story. And it was visiting another casino. It's like, man, you got a lot of casino stories. All right, moving on to the next topic. Let's talk about some things that you can get after you leave the casino. How about some gems? I have another interesting list. So this came up because at one point, you ever have something and then you don't have it anymore and you're thinking back like, I bet that was worth some money. So I know at one point I had an Alexandrite, and because I thought it was really cool and it was changing colors. It goes from like green to purple. I don't know how big it was, but it was a stone. So I don't want to think too much about it because I don't have it. And I was looking up the top 10 list of most valuable stones per carat, and number 10 on the list is a tanzanite. So a tanzanite is worth about $1,000 per carat. And then there's one I can't really pronounce. It is called, I think, a Tie fit, whatever. Anyway, it's about $2,100. We'll skip over that. The next one's a little easier. The next one, number 8, is a black opal. A black opal is about $2,300 per carat. And then you got a bentonite, I think, is $4,000 per carat. These are tough. A red beryl is $10,000 per carat. And then at number 5, a alexandrite is $12,000 per carat. So I was taken aback a little bit by that price, because it could have been a carat. So to think that I had this little stone that I didn't think, or at the time might not have been worth very much, or I didn't think it was worth very much, and it ended up being worth a little bit more. Jadeite, $20,000 per carat. And then some of these, like I said, they're really, really tough. A painite, $60,000, and a pink star diamond, $1.4 million per carat. So I never had a pink star diamond, but the alexandrite, man, what if I had like a 3-carat alexandrite? It was fairly large size. That'd have been like 30 grand. But you know what? I'm not necessarily a gem person. I've seen my share of them. So it got me to thinking about some other things that are collectibles and some things that I wanted to ask each of you. Yeah, you got to start doing some mining, right? So I'm going to go through something that I was never a comic book collector either, but I did start reading the Walking Dead comics. So I was like, let me check and see which of these items are valuable. So not just gems. So here's a couple things. This will blow your mind a little bit. So Detective Comics, number 31, $832,000. All American Comics, $995,000. Detective Comics number 1, $1 million. Marvel Comics number 1, $1.1 million. Archie number 1, $1.1 million. Batman volume number 1, $1.1 million. Pep Comics number 22, $1.4 million. Superman number 1, $1.9 million. Detective Comics 27, $3.1 million. And Action Comics number 1, the most valuable comic book in history comics, $5.7 million. So I'm going to throw it out to the group. This is where I sort of divert away from gems and rare items. What is a rare item that you've kind of had your eye on, or something that you take value in? And if you're not comfortable saying it, I don't want you to feel like somebody's going to come over and rob you or anything. But is there something that you collect or something that you have that is worth a decent amount of money? Like, I always thought the Hope Diamond was awesome. I'd go to Smithsonian and I'd think like, look, I'm never going to steal it, so I don't want to go on video. But you know, when you're younger and you see that, you're in the back of your mind like, how do they have this thing protected? Does it have lasers? Is it mirror? Is it a real stone? You know, all of these things. You see all these spy movies and you think, what if someone were to go in there and go after the Hope Diamond? So I am a public figure. I'm doing YouTube. I'm not saying to do that, and I'm not saying that I would ever do it. It's just one of those things that sort of run through your mind. You know, should there be a movie where somebody goes in there? So you see the Hope Diamond, it's like, that's pretty awesome. So is there something you ever like thought was valuable, or something that you have that you've collected that may be valuable? Sports cards, you know, stuff like that. I've had my share of I know some people collect Walking Dead action figures. So Weird Walking Dead says old gaming consoles. Zane says 1970 Star Wars toys. That's got to be worth something. Conan comics. Lindsay, I don't know. I mean, it probably worth something. I mean, I think I have like an original Star Wars, the big one. I don't know what that's worth. There were two. There was like a small Star Wars comic, and then there was like one that was like triple the size. And original Spawn. I mean, there's a few that I didn't even read them. I just kind of, I saw them at a good price and I bought them. Starting lineup figures. Oh, wow, that is pretty intense. So Grim Reaper has Wayne Gretzky's rookie card. That is awesome. You know, I had a few and just turned them. Like, I had Roger Clemens, I think, was it 1984 Fleer Ultra, something like that. I don't know what it's worth now. I don't want to see it. I think I bought it for $400 and I sold it for $600. I bought some stuff and just turned it and made a profit off of it. But yeah, it just, some of the stuff became too much to collect. Carol has some old pennies. Yeah, P. Diddy, collecting money is expensive. Kale has a ton of starting lineup figures. I have a Barry Bonds starting lineup figure. I wish they'd let him in the Hall of Fame. I know that's a controversial topic. I know some people are like, he's steroids, he was cheating. So were the pitchers. I mean, pitchers are on steroids. Baseball players are on steroids. It was a steroid era. Just let them in the Hall of Fame. I'm gonna get bashed in the stream because some of the pure sports fans are gonna say, "Kill, it's the purity of the game." They shouldn't. Wow, it's rough to look back on that, isn't it, Tommy? And imagine, like, even the Fleer Michael Jordan rookie sticker is worth a couple thousand. Imagine how many kids just peeled that off and just stuck it on their wall. They're like, want to go back to their house and find a way to peel that sticker off. Collect concert and WWE event T-shirts. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, just something collectible. All right, we're going to move into, it's random things, random topic. Let's talk about this Fear finale. There was part of me going into this Fear finale saying, I have to be perfectly honest, when they were all up on the bridge, I was thinking, like, just please let them all die and end the show. I mean, there was a part of me really wanting that to happen. I got to be honest. And I know, you know, we did the spoiler. We did a two-part spoiler. We talked Walking Dead and we talked Fear the Walking Dead, and it was it was on point. So once again, kudos to the people out there that are doing some of the work and tracking down that information. But there, I got to say, the whole cooking scene with Madison was creepy. I feel like they knew that the audience loved the picnic scene so much in The Walking Dead that they tried to replicate something that was going to get people talking about the dinner. And obviously I'm talking about it, but I didn't like it. And it wasn't hidden clue enough for me to really want to go in and dig down and find a meaning. I just didn't find myself caring as much about it as I did the other stuff. And then when they're on that little boat, it's always Alicia who fixes everything. You know, can I go over some of my frustrations with it? You know, they're on this little boat and they can't get the motor to work, and you know, Alicia, of course, becomes an expert in engines and all of a sudden gets it working. And, of course, they don't get it working enough. They don't get far enough away. Nick blows up the dam regardless. And then here we are, the scene with Madison. I mean, I thought the little girl was cute that walked up to Madison. But that kind of reminded me of, wasn't it Daniel or wasn't it somebody that got washed up on the bank earlier? So it's almost like, okay, Daniel was in the stream, then he got washed up. Madison's in the stream, she got washed up. You know that Strand's not dead. You know that Alicia's not dead. It wasn't even much of a cliffhanger. I just wanted it to be a cliffhanger. And it's not that I mean, you got a point. It'll never be The Walking Dead. But I don't want it to be I don't care. I just want it to be good. It doesn't have to be The Walking Dead. It just has to be freaking good. And it's not. They're trying so hard. All of us in this room right now could write an episode better than what they're doing. Vonda, you know, Vonda, tell me something that you want to happen in Fear the Walking Dead. And I guarantee you, Lindsay, Northside, tell me something you'd like to see in Fear the Walking Dead, and I will bet you we can come up with better ideas than the same stuff they keep doing over and over. I mean, I liked Walker being up there sniping. That was cool. That was like something I was like, yeah, but then North, yeah, let's go North. You know, there's too much, go ahead and kill him, and I'm not going to wait around and see you kill him or see what happens. If I'm up there and I'm taking the time to go up on a hill and snipe people, then you better believe I'm just going to peek and look and say, you know, let me see if the boat's actually going to make it. Let me see if Nick's going to do something and blow up this dam. I'm not going to start packing up and walk away before I know what's going to happen. So once again, I just feel like Walking Dead, even in a bad season, they don't insult our intelligence. Fear the Walking Dead is insulting our intelligence. They break people up. It's too coincidental. Travis goes one place. Nick goes one place. They all meet up again. Then they split up again. Then they meet up again. This has happened like 3 times, literally. And Walker and Madison are going to meet again. I'm going to tell you right now it's going to happen. And I don't even have the spoiler for it yet. Okay, I'm going to read a couple comments here. Zane says Fear died with Travis. Oh, there you go, Matt. Combine The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, and Preacher. That would be Fear the Breaking Preacher? Maybe. Yeah, and now Troy dying, but of course I told you guys Troy was going to die, so it wasn't a shock. But Troy dying was a little bit of a shock. So that was cool. But, the hand reaching up in the grave, pulling her down, then the water pulling her down, and then her getting her breath, I'm like, boy, this is a lot of filler stuff. What is up with this cooking the Christmas turkey? I don't know. Was it a turkey? Was it a ham? Honestly, I'm going to have to go back and watch and see what she was cooking. I'm more interested in knowing what she was cooking than whether or not they're going to live next season. All right, moving on. There's your Fear finale. Let's get into something a little bit more exciting than Fear the Walking Dead. So, Thor is coming out, and Thor has a hammer, and Madison has a hammer. So I thought, okay, that's a weapon. So I would like to know, what is your most lethal weapon that you've seen any character in any movie or any TV show or any comic? I have to tell you, I'm not a Trekkie. At least I don't think I am. I'm going to say I'm not. But I got to tell you, I do have I've got a communicator, and I have a tricorder, and I have a phaser, both. I have a handheld phaser, and also have the, the other phaser. And I do have I have a blue Dr. McCoy Star Trek, and I have a yellow James T. Kirk. I have 2. I have one that's made of polyester that's like the authentic TV show, and then I have like a new wave. Wow, maybe I am a Trekkie. I'm not. I'm really not. But it's all cool stuff. So, and I know it might be Daryl's crossbow or Michonne's katana. I mean, I know there's things that you like, but think of other people. Like, I'll tell you something else that I think is just super awesome is Green Lantern's ring. So there was this episode one time, and it was like Justice League or something. I don't know if you remember it. Type yes if you remember this. But that's when I knew that the Green Lantern could be more powerful than Superman, except when, who was it, Ryan Reynolds that played Green Lantern? Bad. But, so in this Justice League episode, I think the Green Lantern had like a piece of kryptonite in his hand, and he used his ring, and he put a green bubble, and him and Superman were in that green bubble. And Superman was just melting. He was like, I can't get out of this. Get me out of this bubble. So he had him like he was gone. And I think Batman, Robin, somebody, they popped in, got rid of the bubble and helped Superman. I don't know if Superman was like bad Superman, but for whatever reason, Green Lantern and Superman were fighting. I don't remember all the details. But that ring was pretty powerful. So I want to see a couple things that you guys have. So we got... what else we got? Empire's Death Star Planet Killer. I guess. Iron Man suit, Tommy says. So it doesn't just have to be the most powerful weapon, I guess, but it's the most powerful weapon for you. It was bad, Lindsay. It was bad. I mean, it's not like his best work. Oh, I love it. What is it? Is it a plutonium K-38 space modulator? Where's the big kaboom? There's supposed to be a big kaboom. Yeah, that was great. And that was like a little fuse. It was a little firecracker they screwed in there Freddy Krueger's claws. Well, yeah. Nightmare on Elm Street was awesome. That scene, was it Johnny Depp? Whoever, but that scene where he was like walking upon the ceiling, that was freaky. The Punisher. Well, the Punisher is the Punisher is, he's tough like Jesus. Well, not like spiritual Jesus. I mean, Jesus on The Walking Dead. They are weapons. Infinity Stone, Guardians of the Galaxy. I could see that. Jason Voorhees' machete, Luke's lightsaber. Yeah, all those are things. I'm sure some of you here actually have a lightsaber in your house. Don't tell me you don't. The Lasso and Wonder Woman, for sure. Yeah, and I never was a big Aquaman fan, but he, evidently, is he going to have like a trident or something? Batman's utility belt. And the original Batman, I mean, their utility belt was pretty awesome. And they have these colognes like with the president's head, where you take the president's head off and you unscrew it, and it's a cologne. It was kind of like that thing for the Batcave. Remember, like in the Batman TV show, where they would like push the head back on that thing and hit it, and then the doors open up and they slide down the pole. So yeah, don't tell me you never had one, like a thing to activate your own Batcave. So yeah, those are all lethal weapons. I don't know. I have to go through and see. I know I have a crossbow. I know I have like some phasers and some stuff, some gimmicky stuff. I have a regular bow. I have a green arrow, thing. So the green arrow is, I guess, his bow. Tommy says, I have 3 lightsabers. All little Tommies. Yeah, we know. We know the truth. Yeah, those swords in Game of Thrones, not bad. How about the Wonder Twin powers? So, who remembers the Wonder Twins? If you do, what did they have to be? Like, one of them had to be something that had to do with water, right? Like, shape of a iceberg, form of a, was it an animal and a form of water? Can someone help me out with that? Yeah, if you remember the Wonder Twins, can you tell me what the requirements were for them to turn into? I just know they used to say, Wonder Twin powers, activate. I'm going to test you here. Let's see. I mean, the Hulk was a weapon. Did anybody mention the Hulk? I mean, people said the Punisher, but you didn't say the Hulk. All right, it was an animal and some kind of, that's what I thought. Isn't that a weird combination? Has anyone ever dug down into that and figured out why is it an animal and why is it water? There's 2 random combinations. Why not why not an automobile and a, I can't think of it. Well, okay, there you go. There's your answer, because I can't think of a second one. So it has to be an animal and it has to be water, because water comes in many different forms. Okay. All right, moving on, because I want to get into the last part of this segment. So 3 random questions I just wanted to come up with, because some of them were sort of unique. I just saw this site and it was, I'm messing around with it. If you had a boat, I'm just kind of curious, what would you name your boat? Some of you, if you do have a boat, if you want to keep that confidential, you don't have to tell us what you named your boat. It's completely up to you. But if you don't have a boat, what would you name it? Just curious. Yeah, everybody forgets about the Hulk, Carol. You know what, Walani? That is the best answer I've ever heard. An animal is a spirit guide and a car isn't. That makes sense to me. Vonda's boat would be called Rick's Chick. I like that. Grim Reaper, there you go. Nothing wrong with that. Israel says Jenny. Little Bit. A boat named Little Bit. Yeah, I'm not going to read that. I get it, but I'm not amused by the name there, so I'm going to pretend that you didn't say it and hope that you don't try to do that again. Sharon, Tequila Sunrise, I like that. World's Envy. Let's see, my boat's name is George. That's a cool boat. Edge of the Water. All right, so maybe you guys can help me out. So if I were to buy a boat, I don't currently own a boat, but it is something I've given some thought to. And my parents have a boat, so yeah. So I've given it a little bit of thought. So what would be a good name for my boat? Just give it a little bit of thought. And you guys kind of know me at this point. So help me out here. Help me come up with a boat name. What's up, Connor? Hey, thanks for popping in, man. Probably rather the boat or the minnow. I like that. I would probably name mine my boat. It's deep, has a lot of meaning to it. Whiskey Sour. That's a good name, Emmy. I like that. Rosie's like, Kills 999. Kills Chills. Could be. I'm assuming, Emmy, that's someone's favorite drink. I mean, it's just a guess. I will not... Britney Steers. I will not name my boat anything that has to do with Britney. Spears, Steers, or Sears. Nothing Britney related. Maurice. Yeah. That's a possibility. He's not a fan. He's not a fan of water. And I did give him a bath a couple days ago, and he wasn't a fan of that either. It's not mean, so I know people don't call animal cruel. I don't give him a bath like every day or every month. He gets a bath a couple times a year. I mean, they make cat shampoo, so if they make cat shampoo, it's meant to give them a bath. Let's see, call it Bob Barker. It's a very... For a boat? Ooh, I like the Casino Cat. Oh, there you go. I think we have a winner. I think we have a boat name. Casino Cat. Hey! All right, and you know what? We'd have to have the 999 introductory meeting or the reunion on the Casino Cat. All right, cool stuff. Cool stuff. Second question. Which celebrity? I want you to think about this. Don't just blurt out. Vonda, I already know you're going to say Andrew Lincoln before we even get to it. And I already know Lindsay Luke is going to say Norman Reedus. Can I block those two? All right, you know what? I'm going to block them. Which celebrity can be male or female would you rate as a perfect 10? Which celebrity in this group would you rate as a perfect 10? I'm going to read some of these, by the way. So before you type, think. Because you may not want people to know your celebrity crush. You know what, Steph? I'm gonna block Norman Reedus, Shamar Moore, Leonardo DiCaprio. Vonda would say Kate Hudson. R. Grimes. I'm gonna tell you. I'm sorry. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is a lot of things. He's a great guy. He's not a perfect 10. I'm just gonna pull Tim Tebow. I knew Kel was gonna say Tim Tebow. Was there ever any doubt? Cumberbatch dude. Okay. All right. Jessica Alba. Tommy says Jessica Alba. Kelly G says Tom Brady. Can we be a little critical? I mean, I'll give you a 9 point something on Tom Brady, but Tom Brady's going to look like Lurch from the Addams Family in a couple of years. I love Tom, but the chin is getting... We can be overly critical, I mean, because it is a perfect 10. And I'm not saying he's not a 9.5 or a 9.2 or a 9.8. I can't give it a perfect 10. I'm going to veto that one. Let's see. Eric Church. Who else? Westwick says, nobody's a perfect 10, even if the hottest thing walking. They could be crazy. Gerard Butler's a number 2. I guess it's going to be different. It was just a question. I know people see different things in different people. Carol McFry says, Ryan, you know what? I personally would put Ryan Reynolds ahead of Tom Brady. I'd put Jake Gyllenhaal ahead of both of them, if I had to be perfectly honest with you. Really? Kelly, you go Chris Pratt over Jake Gyllenhaal as your perfect 10 ranking? Kenny Rogers? You mean Kenny Rogers, the pitcher for the Texas Rangers, or Kenny Rogers, the gambler? You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough to count it when the dealing's done. See, you guys give me flack because I never go country music on you. So there you go. I just did a little something extra outside of the scope of what I would normally do. That is my... Just for you, D. Mooney, Kenny Rogers is your perfect 10. And there you go. Heath Ledger. Yeah, you know, I could see. Wonder Woman. Possibly. Edgar Allan Poe? Probably not. He was smoking a lot of opium. That would not make him a perfect 10. I'm not going to stop. Timothy Young just told me to stop singing country music on my own stream. You should be ashamed of yourself. I'm going to go Stephen A. Smith on you. You better take your ball and go home. I just went Stephen A. Smith. Really? He's told me to stop singing country music. Okay, I'll stop. All right, moving on. That was the segue. The segue was country music and 80s. You know, never mind. Hold on. Sorry. Man, I should have did that later. I just was going to segue, and I ruined my segue because I have to ask you the third question. Which superhero or TV star, see, this is the opposite. Which one has a boring characteristic? Who is someone as a star that has or does something that is a boring characteristic? So let me know who the person is and let me know what it is about them that you don't like. That's a little different. And it's going to take a little bit more. You're funny. What is the characteristic? Don't just give me the person. Give me the person and tell me what it is about the person. Tom Cruise and his outspoken, I love that word, outspoken. There's no king in outspoken. Outspoken religious beliefs. You know what? I will tell you, I am not a fan of Julia Roberts either. I don't know. I can't tell you the characteristic that I don't like. I just don't like her movies. Wasn't she was she Erin Brockovich or there's a lot of stuff, but it's just like I tried to like her and I just couldn't. Hawkeye, no power is just a bow. Yeah, he's a little weak. When you think of the Avengers, all of them are out there. It's like he should die like over and over again. He really doesn't have anything to keep him from dying, except he's very good with a bow. Bionic Woman personality was boring. Who was that? Was that Jamie Summers? Was she the Bionic Woman? I don't like that. Who's the woman on CNN? Erin somebody? Maybe you know who I'm talking about. I don't like her facial expressions. They really. I'm not going to get into politics. I promise you I won't get into politics. But if you watch her on CNN, she just has these facial expressions that already tell you what she thinks and how she's going to react and whether or not she agrees and what her next question is going to be. And I like unbiased news. You can't find it. Believe it. I mean, yeah, everybody serves some advertising god, so they have to, they have to appease whoever, funds their network. But at the same time, when somebody has like a strong opinion or a strong argument, and you're just kind of like you have this look of shock or you're rolling your eyes, that really bothers. Yeah, Erin Burnett, that's what her name is. Cannot stand that news show. I watch it. I guess I help their ratings every once in a while. But as soon as she starts doing that, like that facial expression, I'm like, no, I already know that you're not going to do it. So Nancy Gray interrupts. Yep. So that's Charlie says Kim Kardashian just talking in general. George Clooney just seems. You know what, Vonda? I read this. I heard that George Clooney. Well, and I mean this is a fact, but he was on an island and he and his partner, he and a friend, decided to make their own tequila, and he may end up selling his tequila company. Steph Richardson, can you help me out with this story? Because I don't know all the facts. But I heard that he's gotten offers on his tequila company that could make him a billionaire. So his net worth in movies might be $100 million, a little bit over $100 million. But evidently they wanted to make their own tequila. They did such a good job, and it's so popular right now that they've gotten offers and it could make him a billionaire. More than he's made since his whole life began doing movies. Now that is a success story. I've never drank it. Hopefully it's good. Well, Sharon, he didn't do it. They haven't sold it yet. So he didn't do it to make more money, and that's what's so neat about it. You see some of these best ideas where people make the best money. They weren't even trying to. He just wanted to make a good tequila. And evidently he did, and people love it, and now it's worth a whole lot. But it's just not something he's out there like, hey, I want to sell this, but he's gotten offers for it. So, good stuff. A billionaire. I don't know. Read the article. Can't believe everything you read, but I'm just telling you what I read. All right. We are going to transition. This is going to be a little bit less than last week. So last week, I put the power in your hands. We went through the 80s, and yes, I know there were some popular snubs. We went through 32 different 80s groups. And we will, if you guys want to see future, at the end of this, I will ask you for your input if you want to continue this and do it in a different way. We narrowed it down to 16. I can't go back and put the snubs in there. I know there were some people wanted in there. They wanted Loverboy. They wanted Dexy's Midnight Runners. I know what you guys wanted. We may do this with one-hit wonders. We can do whatever we want. It's random things. So we did narrow it down to the final 16. So this is the round of 16. These are completely random matchups. So this is what we do. I'm going to tell you 2 bands from the 80s, and you are going to... I know, Lindsay, I know I forgot Poison. Talk dirty to me. I mean, come on. That hurt my heart. I mean, I was singing that whole night. I was singing, every rose has its thorn. It hurt me that I left that out. But I couldn't get everybody, so sorry that we forgot some popular bands. But you know what? They weren't going to make the finals anyway. The people I left out would not have been #1, so we don't have to worry about them. They just would have been eliminated somewhere else. I actually did them a favor by not including them because they would have suffered the embarrassment this week of being eliminated by someone else. So, no, the Outfield is not a top 80s band. Come on, Rosie. They would not have made the top 32. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the Outfield. Not saying there's anything wrong with CCR or ABBA or Toto or anybody else. But this is what we're dealt with. All right, so here we go. I've hyped that up enough. So I'm going to give you, we're going to go through the last 16. I'm going to give you 2 bands. It's up to you. You're deciding on this, and we're going to start it out with some of the heavy, heavy hitters. I want to know who you pick between Def Leppard and AC/DC. So Def Leppard, and we're going to pour some sugar on me, and then we got Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. So you know the songs that are out there. Tons and tons of hits from each one of these bands. So, Def Leppard versus AC/DC. Let me know who you're going with. This should be a nail biter. John is getting on the board with AC/DC. John, tell me your favorite AC/DC song, just in chat too. I want to know. Lindsay's coming in with Def Leppard. Sharon, AC/DC. Vonda, Def Leppard. Up now, Zane, AC/DC. Connor, AC/DC. Rosie, Def Leppard. Grim Reaper, Def Leppard. It is tied. Lindsay makes Def Leppard get the lead. Tommy says AC/DC, no doubt. It's tied again. We got another AC/DC. Got 3 more Def Leppard in the house. John, you can't double vote. Sorry. But you can tell me your favorite song. Def Leppard is out to a pretty big lead. Timothy Young, you're going to change it up a little bit. Diane Estes going to get AC/DC back in the house. Kelly is going Def Leppard. Trevor Grimm is going Def Leppard. Dirty Deeds. Charlie. All right, so you guys are seeing the crowd is speaking. Def Leppard is at least a 5-point advantage at this point. So I'm going to give you a couple more seconds. Emmy's going Def Leppard. Grimes, 12. All right. You guys heard it. I was calling it live. AC/DC has been eliminated. You ain't calling a draw. How can you call a draw? What, is there like a 5-point curve? Steph, I bet you thought that touchdown by the Jets should have been overturned as well, right? Against the Patriots. So, Def Leppard just eliminated AC/DC. So I'm sorry. If it was Poison versus Def Leppard would have just eliminated Poison. So you guys give me a hard time about this every week. All right, we got the first person in the round of 8. So we're moving on. This is a little bit of a different style of music, so we're going to see what the crowd really likes here. How about Madonna? Oh, you know what, Carol? Love bites, love bleeds. It's bringing me to my knees. How about Madonna versus, you got Borderline is probably my favorite Madonna song, versus Fleetwood Mac. And if, like I said, if you want to take Lindsey Buckingham, and you want to take Stevie Nicks, some of their solo, and sort of incorporate that into your Fleetwood Mac thought process, I'm okay with that. This is a very unique matchup, two totally different styles. Think about all the songs that Madonna did, Papa Don't Preach, Borderline, Like a Virgin, I mean, all of those things, but then think of Fleetwood Mac, it is a little bit different. From a hit standpoint, clearly, Madonna had more hits. But Zane is getting out and saying Fleetwood Mac. D. Mooney's taking Fleetwood Mac. Vonda Martin's taking Fleetwood Mac. Sharon Jackson is taking Fleetwood Mac. That's 4-0 right off the start. That's a pretty big hit. Then John, and then we got Steph, Charlie. Wow, it's like 7-1. Kel's getting in on Madonna action. Lindsay Luke cuts it a little bit. Diane Estes is pushing it toward Fleetwood Mac. A little bit more Fleetwood Mac. Wilani going Madonna. Grim Reaper, Fleetwood Mac. Trevor Grimm. This is a blowout. This is kind of shocking me a little bit because some people hate Madonna. But as an artist, she killed it. Maybe you didn't like her in the 90s, but in the 80s, she was legit. But this is a landslide. This is actually shocking to me that we have so many Fleetwood Mac fans. Wow. I'm going to call it. All right, I'm calling it Fleetwood Mac. You guys have spoken. Sorry, Madonna. Gone. Out of the contest. A legend. A legend has been taken down today. I'm not sure how this next person got into this round, but one, yes, Billy Joel. I know a lot of people love Billy Joel versus Tina Turner. Who did Tina Turner beat last week? I got to go back through my notes here. Hey, I keep notes on everything. Tina Turner eliminated Pat Benatar. Okay, that was kind of a weak matchup. Billy Joel versus Tina Turner. Let me know. It's a good point, D. Mooney. Nobody hates Fleetwood Mac, I don't think. But a lot of people hate Madonna. She's not lucky today. No lucky star. 'Cause you shine on me wherever you are. She is gone. But Fleetwood Mac, if you don't love me now, you will never love me again. We got, hold on, I just got interrupted by, we got a score. We got a score sheet going on. Let's, Billy Joel, Tina, Billy Joel, Tina, oh, look at this, a couple Tina Turner. Those people picking Tina Turner, give me your top 3 Tina Turner songs. How about that? I just want to know. If you're picking Tina Turner, here's the only caveat. Name 3 Tina Turner songs. If she wins, I will let her win, if you can name them. It doesn't look like it's happening, because Billy Joel is coming up. If that's moving up, then I'm moving out. What's the matter with the clothes I'm wearing? Can't you tell that your tie's too wide? All right, I'll give you some Billy Joel. All right, Billy Joel is starting to pull away, but I do want to see. I want to see the 3 Tina Turner songs. I don't know that I can name them. I love music, but I'm struggling with it right now. See you, Matt. Peace. You know what? I hear crickets. Tell me your top 3 Tina Turner songs. Crickets, crickets, crickets. Okay. All right. Billy Joel for 2 reasons. Number 1, because he won. Number 2, because the Tina Turner fans can't even name 3 Tina Turner songs. All right. Sorry, guys. Time's up. Beep. All right. Okay, yeah, what's love got to do with it? There you go. There's 1. All right. Okay, there's a couple. Private Dancer. Private Dancer. What was that? I'm your private dancer. Dancing for money. Be what you want me to be. Something like that. Yeah, come on. You know what? I'm going to stop you right now. you have a right to pick Tina Turner, but Private Dancer versus Still Rock and Roll to Me. Or, okay, What's Love Got to Do with? I will give you that one, but let's take one of these other ones. Simply the Best. Simply the Best versus Only the Good Die Young. Come on, guys. Really? You got to take some of the bias out of here. All right, moving on. Billy Joel won regardless. All right, this is as extreme as it possibly gets. Run DMC, Christmas at Hollis, from Die Hard, wow, or Metallica. Metallica won. You've got Run DMC, Walk This Way. What do we got? You Talk Too Much. You Be Illin'. What else we got? Peter Piper. Now, Peter Piper picked peppers and Run Rock Rhymes. You know what? I don't remember it all. I just know that that's the first part of it. What else we got by Run DMC? They're not hits. I mean, like, I listened to them and I knew it, but like Run DMC was great, but just not a lot of you know, based on the time, 80, 85, 84, 85, 86, and what they did in rap music was great. All right, hold on. I'm going to read. I'm going to get too far off of this. I got to check out. We've got Metallica, Run DMC, Metallica, Run DMC, Metallica, Run DMC. Oh, it's 50-50. Metallica, no competition. Metallica, Run, Metallica, Run DMC. My Adidas, and me saying at live I ate, all the people paid and the poor got paid. My Adidas. That's the only line I know from that. Oh, no, Rock the Bells. Metallica. Even Metallica. Oh, you know what? Oh, here's another snub. I just thought of something. Bob Seger. How did I not list? Oh my gosh. I got two more 80 snubs. Actually, you know what? I just thought of one that I should include. All right, I'm calling it. It is, it's barely Metallica. It was close. It was like Metallica had like 2 more votes. When I tell you this group, though, you're going to be like, Kills, we need to go back and add them. The Eagles. I left out the freaking Eagles. How did that even happen? I know, look, I know they were 70s and 80s, but the Eagles had so many hits, and I completely snubbed them. They could have been somebody could have actually been in the final 8, maybe even the final 4. No. Steph, 38 Special, fine, but 38 Special ain't the Eagles. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. It just popped in my head, and I'm surprised nobody mentioned. All right, moving on. We got to get to the next category. This one might be a blowout. Oh, whoa. Did she just say, meh, Eagles? What? Hotel California? Yeah, I guess. But no, there was some 80s stuff like, it's gonna be a heartache tonight. Well, D. Mooney, you like the Eagles because they're almost like country. But, and see, I do... You guys, I'm not a big country music fan, but I will say the Eagles and Bob Seger are probably as close to country music as I like. And Bob Seger ain't in the same category. I mean, we're not talking about the Oak Ridge Boys, right? The Oak Ridge Boys are definitely country. Or the Statler Brothers. Counting flowers on the wall, that don't bother me at all. Playing solitary till dawn with a deck of 51. Smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. Now don't tell me. There you go. Who's a Statler Brothers fan? I am not, but there's a Statler Brothers song for you. Just for you. Whoever likes them. All right, next category. Next 2 groups is Duran Duran versus Prince. Once again, 2 different styles. Duran Duran was a group last week that we sort of had to hype up a little bit. People didn't realize there were so many Duran Duran songs out there. Reflex, Rio, View to a Kill. So I sort of had to remind people. Prince, you really don't need to remind anybody. I think this could be a landslide. I'm just trying to hype up a little bit of Duran Duran before we get started. Vonda, you know what? I'm turning over a new leaf. We're going to call it Kills Country. Prince. This is going to be a blowout. I know this is going to be. It might not be unanimous. I agree. Oh, we got it. We got MD Grim Reaper just said Duran Duran kind of put his head over his hand. Didn't say it. Didn't want to be acknowledged. Because it's going to be like 99% Prince, and there's going to be that one. There's going to be that one Duran Duran. He's like in the background. Her name is Rio, and she dances in the sand. No. All right. Do we need to get through all of this? Prince, I won't even go through like 1,000 of the Prince songs that are there. Prince is going to push his way through a lot of this. Steve Miller Band did not get snubbed. Abracadabra. I want to reach out and grab ya. No. Tommy, you're a joker. See what I just did there? Steve Miller Band, joker. All right. I'm not going to lie. I did, someone mentioned Hall & Oates last week, and I did add a Hall & Oates station on Pandora just to kind of remind me because I knew we'd be talking about this. Hall & Oates versus Wham, and as we said before, we will include George Michael because sometimes I can't tell the difference between Wham and George Michael. So, Hall & Oates versus Wham. You got Sarah Smile. You got Rich Girl. She's a rich girl, and you're gone too far 'cause you know it won't matter anyway. You can survive on your old man's money. You can survive on your old man's money. It's a bitch, girl. And I just said that in chat. Now the crowd's going to go wild. Jay Giles Band got snubbed. My blood runs cold. My angel is a centerfold. No. Other than freeze frame and centerfold, I wouldn't say Jay Giles should have even been in this conversation. All right, let's get back to Hall & Oates. Hall & Oates. 3 Hall & Oates. A 4th Hall & Oates. 2 Whams. 5th Hall & Oates. 6 Hall & Oates. Maneater. Hall & Oates. Kel says Wham. Little Careless Whisper. 'Cause I'm a man-eater. Yes, you got it. And your kiss is on my list. Kill said what? I quoted a song. Couple more with Wham, but we are leaning... Oh, did you just go tie? Well, Lonnie actually had the guts to say it. Hall & Oates and Wham, it's a tie. I can't decide. They're exactly equal because there's 2 of them and there's 2 of them, and that makes it a tie. No. Barely. R.I.P. George Michael. Hall & Oates. Hall & Oates gets the nod. All right. 2 more matchups. We will wind this down. Here we go. This is a tough matchup for a lot of different reasons. Timothy Young, here it is. Queen versus Whitney Houston. Oh, boy. How are you going to decide this? This is like the Madonna-Fleetwood Mac matchup. It's just an odd matchup. Whitney Houston, One Moment in Time. Queen, Another One Bites the Dust. You know what? I will give you that, Steph Richardson. Right? See, you guys are so focused on the snubs that you're not really into it. You're not digging into the great songs that are out there. Yes, maybe Rod Stewart was a snub, but we all know Rod Stewart wasn't going to make the top 4 anyway, so it doesn't matter. All right. We got Queen. We got Whitney Houston. We got 3 Queen, 4 Queen. Not even contest. 5 Queen. Freddie Mercury kicks the crap out of everyone. Oh, a couple Whitney Houston fans coming in late. Kelly G. Walani. Steph Richards. Who else? Rosie says Queen. Kel says Queen. All caps and a whole lot of E's. Got a few more Queen. Fat Bottom Girls. You know what? I don't know that's the first song that I think of when I think of Queen. Unless, like, Flash. Ah. I gotta be cool. Relax. Dig in. Get on my tracks. Take the back seat. Crazy little thing called Love I would think about before Fat Bottom Girls. But, oh, Mamma Mia, let me go. Bohemian Rhapsody, it's hard to... We Are the Champions. I mean, we could do the same thing with Whitney Houston. I mean, there's no doubt she had great songs. I like both. Personal preference, I would lean more toward Queen. All right. I'm going to call it. You guys saw it. It is Queen. And here we go. We'll see. This is another unique matchup. Journey versus Elton John. Journey and Elton John. This is the last matchup of the night. We'll do a quick recap and then we'll wrap this thing up. So, you know, obviously, loving, touching, squeezing, open arms. Don't stop believing. A singer in a smoky room. Smell of wine and sweet perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. But it may not be enough to get past Elton John. Daniel's traveling tonight on a plane. I can see the red tail lights heading for Spain. But what do we got here? I got to keep count here. We got Journey, Elton John, Journey, 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 Elton, Journey, Elton, Journey, Elton, Journey, Journey, Journey. Elton, Elton. Wait a minute. I'm running out of fingers here. I'm going to use my toes. I've got Journey with a 1-point lead, but Tommy puts it back. Elton is now down 1. Israel comes in with Journey, puts it back up 2. Kel hates Journey, but that doesn't count as they can't take that off. Journey, Journey, Elton, Elton. I'm still standing better than I ever did. Feeling like a true survivor. Something, something. And, you know, he did the Candle in the Wind song. Also did a duet with Eminem. I don't think Steve Perry ever did a duet with Eminem. Trevor Grimm comes in with Journey. Journey is just... You know why? Because there was a video game that had Journey. It was like an Atari game or something. That's why everybody's voting for it, because this is 999 Gaming, and the gaming fans are speaking up. Emmy's going Journey. Why she's having a whiskey sour on her boat called Whiskey Sour. Huh. Tommy, I got to call it. It's Journey. Journey wins it out. I'm a little surprised by this one, again. I would have thought Elton. So let me give you a real quick recap. We've got Def Leppard beats AC/DC. Def Leppard to be in the finals. Fleetwood Mac beat Madonna. Fleetwood Mac will be there. Billy Joel edges out Tina Turner. So we didn't get Elton, but we do have the real piano man, Billy Joel. Metallica beat Run DMC in a battle of total opposites. Duran Duran was taken down by Prince and his little red Corvette. Hall & Oates is still in it. I mean, I don't. Maybe Steph Richardson making some calls and like, hey, you guys vote for Hall & Oates. They're really, really good. They did have a lot of great songs, so I'm gonna give them that. But they knock out Wham. Queen has been a pretty big crowd favorite, and I would not be surprised to see a Queen and Prince show. I'm not getting too far ahead of us. Queen took out Whitney Houston. That's a domination, and Journey takes out Elton John. So that is a little bit of the recap. Next Tuesday, we're going to be doing this again, so don't think too much into it. Once we get through with this, we'll add a different contest. So this is our 80 showdown. We will do one-hit wonders. We'll do 90 showdown. We'll do whatever you guys want to do. Rap showdowns. This is going to be better than the epic battles of rap history. Well, maybe not. They might be a little bit better than me, but we're doing well with this. All right, thanks, everybody. Some people are saying who's going to take the whole thing. Did Lindsay Luke just say, why is Hall & Oates still in this? Do Do I need to take her out with a Hall & Oates song? Because there's many of them. Hold on, Lindsay. She says, why are Hall & Oates still in this from the 80s? I'm going to give you several reasons why. Man-Eater. Or how about, I can't go for that. Oh, I no can do. I can't go for that. Or, you're out of touch. I'm out of time. But I'm out of my head when you're not around. Sarah Smile, she's gone. You make my dreams come true. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, I won't do that. One-on-one, I want to play that game tonight. These are all Method of Modern Love. Oh my gosh, did you even realize there were so many great songs by Hall & Oates? Anyway, all right, I'll let you guys do a little bit of your homework. That is, that's a little bit of the 80s, and the 80s were so different. I mean, they were out there. Hey everybody, I appreciate you guys spending a little bit over an hour and 10, hour and 12 minutes talking about a bunch of random stuff. We've been all over the place tonight. Thank you for everything that you guys do on this channel. Tomorrow night we will do a little bit of Wednesday Walker spoilers. Hopefully we'll have a little bit of new information to kind of get out to you guys. If not, we'll do a few more predictions and hype it up a bit more because we are on the countdown. We got comic book reads going on again. So many different things. Check out the sports channel. We talk sports. I'm going to go catch up on a little bit of basketball tonight. But thank you so much for everything that you guys do. I appreciate it. And I am going to get into the closing credits. And this is where you guys throw a 999 in chat. And I try to remember as many of you as I possibly can. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate everything that you're doing. And just want to give a shout out to Lindsay Luke, Carol McFry, Tommy the Sweet Ass Enforcer McCandless, Walani, Lynn the Zombie Fox, Vibe Extreme, D Mooney, John Fix. Who else we got? We got DX and Zane Thomas. Thanks, Zane. Appreciate you being here. Now we're getting a shout out request. I'm going to double dip on some of these because I just can't keep up with all of you guys. Thank you. Appreciate everything that you guys are doing. Obviously, all my moderators. I can say lyrics 90 miles an hour and I get to the word moderator and it becomes a moderator. Diane Estes, thank you for being here. Kelly Golonzinier, Emmy Desiree Bacon, Whiskey Sour, Trevor Grimm, R. Grimes 12, Northside Queen, thank you. Charlie Taylor, thanks for being here. Israel Marion, pleasure as always. Been a long time, my brother. Thank you for sticking around. Kelsey Smile. Steph the Cuervo Queen Richardson. That would be a Jose Cuervo, you are a friend of mine. I'd like to drink you with a little salt and lime. That's my fourth country music song. You know what? I think I'm just going to go country for all of y'all. There you go. I don't usually tell jokes, but what's the plural of y'all? All y'all. That's the plural. There you go. We'll wind it down with a real corny joke. Thank you, Carol McFry. Appreciate you being here. iRock6. Thank you. Pleasure as always. Zane, AC/DC did get canned, but Def Leppard is a beast. You know, people don't want to go up against Def Leppard. They're the underdog. But they're getting a lot of airtime. I might go a little extra Def Leppard next week. Pull up a few more songs for you guys. Who got a new job? Lindsay got a new job, right? Congratulations. Thank you. And if there's birthday requests, I missed some of those too. I'll get some shout outs in some future videos though. Hey, there's a whole list. You know what? I should just read your list, Lynn. Like, thank you, Tommy, Emmy, Steph, Carol, iRock, Kels, Lindsay, R. Grimes, Trevor. Yeah, that would be easier for me. All right, everybody. I missed a few shout-outs, and the stream is about 15 minutes longer than our normal ones. If you guys could slap the like button, and also, when this video goes live, just leave a couple comments. Tell people what you liked about it. Some people are going to watch the playback. They're working, doing other stuff, watching basketball. I get it, but they'll probably catch it on the rebound. Thank you so much. Appreciate everything that you guys do, and I will talk to you tomorrow night with a little bit of Walking Dead info. Peace.